What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, and today let's continue with another round of the Chicane Online Racing Championship. And today we are at round 2 of the season 4. We are at the Sepang International Circuit, home of the Malaysian Grand Prix. What's up, Nreg? What is up, Kate? Welcome both of you to the live stream. How are you doing? So let me just invite my teammate once again, because I think he stepped out of the PC. Let me invite him again. Okay, oh, he's already on the lobby. Okay, I was afraid for a moment that he was going to miss it. But yeah, we already have Mizzy and Juno in the Mercedes. We have me and my fellow Portuguese, El Nabo, on the Ferraris. At the Red Bull team, we have Calipos and Jamie. After that, we have Francisco and Fish Paste in the Williams team. The Force India have no one at the moment. At Renault, we have Jinxo. I don't know who are we waiting for. At Toro Rosso, we have Brandon and Maxi Junger. At the Haas, we only have Vane. In the McLaren Honda, we have Adam. And at the Sauber, we have Gibby. So, that's the driver lineup we have so far. Only 15 cars coming around today, it looks like. Hey Alex Mario, welcome to the live stream. By the way, guys, if anyone asks, hey Klaus, what's up? If anyone asks, I'm not using the camera because I don't use the camera for league racing. So yeah, if you guys, if anyone asks, please answer them on my behalf. Looks like we have Cochino in the McLaren Honda already joined. That makes 16 drivers on the grid. Hey Francisco, good luck for the race for you as well, man. Let's have a good one today. But yeah, I practiced quite a bit. I don't think I did 100 laps, but it was goddamn close. So yeah, I practiced a lot for this race. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a good race. Hey Maximilian, welcome to the live stream, man. Let us take the mark. Well, you guys, for that, well, good luck for you as well to start with. But if you guys want to, how was the first race? Last to third. That was amazing. But yeah, if you guys want to take the Mercedes, maybe you should try getting ahead of me first. No, just joking, man. But yeah, have a good race. Let's have a good race as we are waiting for everyone to load on the track. Or on the lobby. It's probably better said. We are just waiting for Adam, the McLaren driver. But yeah, the first race was just amazing. You guys, everyone should see that race. Like, it was so intense. So intense. Hey Ivan, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? But yeah. Oh, Gangray has joined. Looks like he's not going to take part on qualifying though, since he joined slightly late. Okay, whew. This is going to be interesting. I won't talk too much during this live stream, trying to focus on the track as much as I can. And as you can see, it's raining. It is raining. So, let me load the setup first of all. Second of all, let me check the weather. 28 laps for the race. Now, the weather is going to... Oh, it's going to be wet towards the end. Okay. Okay. Hey Stephen, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? But yeah, it's going to rain late in the race. Where am I in the point standing? Third after the first round. But yeah, I'll just wait the rain out. .8. I'm going with... Oh, I'm not sure. I'm going with 3.4 just to make sure. I'm going to qualify on the super softs. But yeah, looks like the rain is going to dry out. So let's just focus on checking who is heading out there. But yeah, it looks like everyone is headed out on a set of the intermediate tires, which are the tires required at the moment. Obviously, we have El Nabu out there. Our teammate is headed for a lap on the intermediate compound. I'm just going to wait the rain to stop, because the rain will stop in around 10 minutes time, so the later we get out there, the quicker of a lap we are going to get. Even though the track is going to probably still be moisturized, let's see how it goes. So we also have out there GB, that's his debut, and it's not going very well for the Sauber driver. Maybe got caught out by the wetness of the track, but it's not going well for the debut of the driver of GB. Ruben, I got the chance of pole. I don't know the pace of the other guys, I'm just focused on my own, but I do think I have a chance of it. I can't be sure though. I think I'm fast, I just don't know how fast the other guys are. Vane, second place in the opening round of the season, is currently trying his best to better his second result, his P2 at the end of the first race. And let's see, where is he? We have Mizzy, but this is not the Mercedes I'm looking for. There it is, the current world champion. He is able to run the #1 on his Mercedes, as you guys can see. He's the defending world champion. He took it from me, but yeah, he won the race from pole at Bahrain. Not too much trouble, as we have Red Bull on the grass in the background. But yeah, looks like Juno, quite a good looking helmet, if I say so myself. Looks very nice, along with the livery of the Mercedes. But yeah, let's see what kind of lap he presents us today. What was race 1? It was at Bahrain. We are not following the order of the tracks that were in the real F1 season. Little bit of a loose rear end for Juno there. It looks like he posted a 26.0 first sector. It goes slightly wide there. Just hitting both apexes on this double apex right-hander quite nicely, as you are now headed into turn 9, I believe this is. Heavy braking zone, trying his best to not lock up both fronts. He locked them up for a split second there, but he was able to not go too far into the corner. Here we go now to this very tricky section of corners 13 and 14, a slight lift off from Juno on the entry to 13. Let's see how composed the car remains itself as he goes through the apex, third gear, try to smoothen out the power deployment as we head onto the first back straight, which then is going to turn on this sort of longer hairpin onto the opposite straight, which is the start-finish straight. He's controlling the rear end as he tries to put the throttle down, and he's going to cross over the line to set a 1:46.5, which is current third place. As you can see, El Nabu, our teammate, is actually the fastest guy around, at least so far. 7/10 of the Haas of Vane and 8/10 on the first of the Mercedes. Sorry, the first of the Mercedes Juno. This has always been a track, sorry, wrong button. This has always been a track that favors El Nabu, I believe. And on his day, he's just unstoppable. Like, if you guys don't know him, if you guys haven't seen the previous seasons of COR, El Nabu on his day is absolutely uncatchable. Like, I've had races where I was pretty confident and headed into them, and then El Nabu just pulverizes everyone. That man on his day is an absolute beast. So, when things go wrong to him, things go seriously wrong, but on his day, it's just astonishingly quick. I think he's on his in-lap. I don't think he's going for a faster lap. Doesn't look like he's on the pace for it. Going to check down the order. Is anyone else going for a second flying lap? I'm guessing Adam will. Oh, as he have a huge moment from him on the transition. I think this is turn 6 and 7, losing the rear end, and down he goes, and he actually retires from the session. He got his first lap invalidated, and now he is retiring from the session. When he's from North Korea, I have no idea. That's just the flag he picked, doesn't mean he's from North Korea. Hey Matt, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? But yeah, unfortunately, Adam isn't having the greatest qualifying sessions. Just like at Bahrain. At Bahrain he was not last because I didn't set a qualifying lap. But today I'm going to be sure I get out there on time. So let's see. I'm just going to check the tablet to see which tires are, if the wets. Oh, the inters are already slower than the dry. See, the dry compounds are already slower than the super softs. And yeah, El Nabo is just entering the pit lane, entering the garage, as you see, number 23 alongside me, using the tires that are matching its helmet. He went for the helmet look that matches the Portuguese colors, the colors of the flag. I can't go out right now, I'll be on a disadvantage. I need to get out there with like 2 minutes 40 to be able to get out there and do a lap. I'm going to be out there with like 3 minutes flat. I don't get along with limitless setups, to be honest. That's why I don't really use them. I don't really get along with them. Jinxo, I don't know if he's still trying to set a lap time or if he's just going to the pits at this point. But yeah, let's see. 26.2, not the quickest first sector of the weekend, that's for sure. Let's see as he tries to control the traction. Couple wheels on the curbs on the outside. That's not advisable. That can make your car lose traction pretty damn quickly. Oh, another inside wheel on the grass there. That's might slow him down a bit on this heavy braking zone. And there he goes. Was there contact? I don't know if there was contact or if that was just a snap. Was that the Williams having contact with him? These guys are headed out again on inters. I think I saw El Nabo headed out there on inters. What is he doing?
Engine fired. We're set.
What is he doing? How the USGP was? Well, you have to see that one, Kate. Hey Smash, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. I think I saw El Nabo headed out there on a fresh set of inters. Or maybe on the same. Maybe he forgot to change tires, but the track is drying up. Oh, this can be disastrous for my teammate. God damn it. Oh no, I can see on the standings. That was just a visual glitch. Okay, El Nabo is on the super softs. That was scary for a moment. Okay, god damn. Okay, let's get out there, boys. Lots of cars currently on the pits. I don't think they have the time to get a lap going. No Smash, I'm sorry, but I wasn't able to try that out because at the end of my practice my arms were aching. So I decided to take a rest, so I didn't have time to practice the setup you gave me. I really apologize, man. But yeah, that's just... I couldn't do it for the sake of my arms not falling off through this Grand Prix. Jamie goes fastest, looks like, but he still needs... We are going to have a fresher track, a grippier track when we start our flying lap. Oh, still 1 minute to go. I think we went out there too soon, god damn it. Hey Sid, welcome to the live stream, man. Yeah, lots of people going out there, god damn it. They are all going to find a quicker track than me. So okay, let's just pull this off. I'll shut up, boys. Hey Sid, welcome. I'll just shut up. Jinxo ruined that
Just 30 seconds
entry.
left in the session.
Yes, I am, Alex. I forgot to check the brake bias. Once again, I'm starting from last place. What? What's going on? Well, I was starting from last place anyways, like... Yeah, I'm going to start from last out of the guys who posted a lap time. Like I'm going to start P13, more than likely. I forgot to change the brake bias to 52. Oh man, I don't know if I can be that lucky as I was at Bahrain. I don't know if my art can take it. That's disappointing. I set a purple first sector. On Grand Prix mode, I was setting 131 zeros. 131 zeros. Look at this. 131 zero. Of course, the track has a bit of moisture on it, but like. Oh, it just feels disappointing, man. I practiced a lot. Yeah, it can be a more exciting fight through the field, but I don't really know about that. I'm in P10, at least. But I lost the rears. That will make me have more tire wear on the rears for the start. It's like those guys didn't set a lap time on the dries. Okay. At least it's not at least it's not really last place, which is just what I wanted. Fortunately, fortunately it's not last place. It's only 10th. Come on. We can get a good start and recover. I can basically do the same as I did at Bahrain, going around the outside of everyone, right? Let's see how that goes. Just need to make sure I have a good start. Francisco had a couple of incidents with El Nabo, quite a few dive bombs. Took out El Nabo at least once. A bit nervous about having him right behind me, but let's see. I just won't. I'll try to have an Alonso start, yeah. I'm actually not too bad at starts.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on a full start. We don't want to book down.
Looks like there were some contacts on the grid. That's why people are getting disqualified. It's not really disqualified. They are just getting resets to their grid spots. Let's hopefully make it just like Alonso. And just like my start at Bahrain. I'm very nervous about this one, because I don't think Juno... Where is Juno starting, by the way? P2. Okay. The first two drivers are swapped since Bahrain. But I mean, I think Juno has the inside. Chicane Online Racing, Max. The second round of the fourth season is upon us. We at the moment in turn 14 lost the rear because the brake bias was too far back. We forgot to change it. Lost the rear. The guys behind us are starting on a free choice of tires because they didn't do a lap on the dry tires. They sticked with they got with the inters. My other monitor will shut down in approximately 50 seconds because it's a countdown for like the sleeping mode. Well, of course, India just decided to be an asshole. And I got a warning because of that. Brandon didn't respect the space. This is why I don't like to start on the middle of the pack. That countdown was like screwing me up. Oh my god, GB, what the fuck are you doing? You have slight front wing damage on the left hand side. Yeah, that's going to hinder me into this turn one. I'll just resort to my practice. Come on. Can't take this in 7th anymore. Yeah, that's really fucking me over. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Don't worry.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone. expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
He just needs to focus on his apexes, hitting them, and he'll be fine. Just like I'm doing right now. Oh, there we go. Welcome, Julian.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.3 seconds.
Oh, you have some front wing loss there. You'll see when I pit. You'll see when I pit. The fuck? My wheel just upshifted twice. Car in front.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. You're closing by 0.4 per lap. They're on old super softs. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time last lap was a 1 minute 37.4.
Hey, Paulo. There go the guys who are going to probably end on the mediums. I don't know why they are doing it, since the rain is coming soon. Weather report.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Yellow flag. Green flag.
Yeah, don't worry guys, I'll keep my head down and keep on working. Hey Banta, what's up man? Welcome to the live stream. I qualified in 10th place because I did a mistake. But yeah, then I had an incident coming out of turn 4, or whatever that is.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Brendan was too greedy coming out of turn 4. He already had gone wide, but then I don't know if he knows how grass works on the tires. But he didn't wait for the grass to clean off of his tires, he just decided to drop down the throttle anyways, came across the track, and I had nowhere to go. But whatever. What? Weather report?
We think we may see some rain. ETA is about 15 minutes.
Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I should have gone on another set of super softs, but
Exit. Exit now.
I'm really pissed off.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. Caution, caution.
I knew I wasn't going to be as lucky. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Now I extended the track limits. Fuck off, man.
Stay clear.
Like, what the fuck is the guy even doing? Is he trying to ruin the race for us all? Or just for me, for some reason.
Looks like rain is inbound.
I knew it! Fuck me!
It's 5 minutes until the rain. We're considering switching to an alternate strategy.
Well guys, looks like this is it for today. I fucking knew it, that guy was going to wreck it. I fucking knew it. At least El Nabo is leading the Grand Prix. That's nice. As we have second place, we have Jinxo. Then we have Fish Paste in P3, Juno P4. Vane is right behind him in P5. Cochino is in P6. Then we have Mizzy in P7. Calipos in P8. Francisco P9. Maxi Jungler, Jamie in 11th. Then we have Adam and GB. And yeah, man, looks like that's it for us. I don't know, man. I don't know if the guy even practices for these races or what the fuck is he doing. You lost the car 3 times in front of me. But well, the guys who started on the softs have the advantage, such as fish paste and Jinx. So El Nabo is now going to the pits. He got heavily undercut, but he needs to go for it again. El Nabo is now starting to drop down the pack. Vane sets the fastest lap of the race. He's going to get past him. Juno as well. He might be too far behind to get the Portuguese. No, looks like he also got him. So yeah, looks like... Oh my god, the Portuguese driver was more behind than what I was expecting. So he's down to P9 after the first round of pit stops. I would recommend him to get a set of super softs since the rain is coming down, but... Yeah, I know sometimes it happens. It's just... yeah. Don't worry, this is just my worst tracks. Like, I don't know how people like... Do they know how the grass works in the game? Because if you go on the grass, you just can't floor it. You barely can hit the throttle when you have grass on the tires. And then as he went to the other side, as he went across, I tried to go to the left of him, but I couldn't. There was not enough time to do anything. Oh, looks like there was contact somewhere. Yeah, Cochino spun it and then comes across the racing line quite dangerously. Jamie had to do a bit of evading action there. So Nabu was in P9, just a few seconds, is now up to P7. Calipos is in a bit of no man's land, as well as Mizzy, who's chasing Juno, who's on a battle for P3 with Vane, who's really on a class of his own. It looks like the second fastest lap in a row. I mean, he's also on the super soft tires, while the cars around him are on the softs fitted to their car. What happened last time? Last time? What do you mean, last time? But yeah. Yeah, I know, I can see him. It's like one lap down or something like that. Okay. So yeah, they are trying to catch up to Fish Pace, who's rather slow now on his worn out softs. Let's see how he's going to be able to maintain Vane behind him. A bit of a lockup there from the Haas driver. As we have Juno trying to take an opportunity to close in on him. It's not going to be an easy task considering the difference in tire compounds, but let's see how that goes. Last race I went from last to third. But yeah, looks like Juno is losing out. Oh, now it's Francisco, the one setting a purple lap. He's also on the super soft tires, locking up immensely into turn 1. El Nabu is trying to find a way past Calipos. That's another bump on El Nabu. I swear to God, Francisco can get his way off of the gearbox of El Nabu. That's like the 4th time in 2 races that he collides with the rear of the Portuguese. There we have it, Maxi Junger also behind them all. Let's see what it does. Going back to the front, we have Juno closer to Vane, because doesn't look like Vane is being able to overtake Fish Paste. Let's see now, he has the RS, he's going for the inside on softer, fresher tires. And yeah, he already got Fish Paste, but now he's not going to have DRS. Juno is going to have DRS. Fish Paste won't. Fish Paste will have the slipstream though. Look at Juno closing in so fast as the rain is falling down, lads. The rain is coming down here at the Sepang International Circuit. They are soon going to be on a set of intermediate tires, and it looks like this worked out to perfection for Jingso. I think he started the race on a set of soft tires. He has not stopped yet, and that has made him be able to bring the tires up to this lap number 13, and is currently leading the race 8 seconds ahead of Vane and Juno. Of course, those two were faster because they had fresher tires, but it looks like with the rain coming down quite hard, the intermediates will be the tire of choice quite soon, and I'm expecting Jingso to be able to fit them before Vane and or Juno get up to him. Fishpace still doing the same kind of strategy as Jingso, but he qualified further back, so he didn't get much clearance from the guys who are now right in front of him, sorry. And therefore he dropped down to 4th place. Didn't really have a chance to fight back as he had a bit of a lockup going into turn 14. So we still have Mizzy. Oh, and we have yellow flags. Someone went off somewhere. I couldn't quite catch it as we are following Al Nabu. Yeah, we have someone going off. Oh, that's Jamie. Jamie had an off. I don't know if he had contact with Cochino, but he had an off. Adam finally retires his car. As you can see him pulling off to the side. GB having a nightmare debut. 22, not 22, sorry. But what's the gap? 52 seconds behind the race leader, Jingso. And as, oh my god, yeah, it's not really having, everything is not going his way. Jamie is also struggling at this point. But yeah, let's just move up the order. Is it not time yet for the Inters? I don't know why, really, to be honest. The rain looks like it's falling down quite hard. The drivers look like they are struggling enough with putting the power down. So we are following now Mizzy, who's 3 seconds away from El Nabu, it looks like. As Jamie gets a 5-second stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think Jamie was headed for a set of the intermediate tires. GB is also going to the pits. What is he going to fit? That's quite a slow pit stop. I'm expecting a front wing change as well. And yeah, DRS was disabled. And yeah, man, he's just out of the pits in last place. That must be quite difficult for him. I don't know why the camera didn't jump. Oh, and he loses the rear slightly, but the intermediates are the tire of choice right now, as you saw the DRS being disabled. Maxi Junger being the first victim of the change of efficiency of the dry compounds, as he spins it around and is down to P9. Francisco in P8, Calipos 7, El Nabu 6th. The guys are going to start coming into the pits. The first one is Jingso. So we have Vane following him, Juno in P3, everyone. Oh my god, Fishpace almost broke his front wing there. Is he going to hold up anyone? I don't know. We have Mizzy on his pit stop, checking a set of Inters, and out he goes, a bit delayed I think. As we have a great shot from the Ferrari team garage as Mizzy looks like, I think El Nabu is going to jump him in the pits. Yep, El Nabu jumped Mizzy in the pits. So yeah, it's going to be P5 for the Portuguese. Wow. I don't know why the team released him. That's a bit of an unfair release, but there's nothing these guys can do. He got the other two left to let go, and he just let go of the clutch. Looks like we have some yellow flags. That's Vane? No, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, Vane and Juno went over Jingso, so I think Jingso spun it. I think Jingso was the one having problems, and that's why he's now dropped down to P3. So we have Fishpace P4, El Nabu P5. Now Mizzy needs to try his best to get up to the Portuguese driver. Let's see how it goes. We have a change of places between GB and Cochino. I don't know what happened to Cochino. Oh, he was headed out of the pits. Jamie retires his car. And yeah, that's a big gap between Cochino and GB, and then up to Maxi Junger, who after his spin is also in a bit of no man's land. Francisco is 10 seconds behind Calipos. Then we have Mizzy 1 second behind El Nabo, who I'm guessing is trying to bridge the gap, which is around 3 seconds between him and the Williams right in front of him. Jinxo looks like he's just losing time to the top two. He can't keep up. He had a superior strategy, but since he made that mistake, he has not been able to keep up with the guys in front. So looks like this might be the day for Vane, unless he also has problems. Yes, you can see the gap. I think it's closing between El Nabo and Fish Paste. It's definitely increasing from El Nabo to Mizzy. It's now 1.2 seconds. Let's bring it back to the front. Is Juno closing in on Vane? I'm not sure. I think Vane is quicker today. Not sure though. Yeah, we still have Jinxo in P3, quite a bit away from Fish Paste. 4.4 seconds to be exact. El Nabo only 1 second now, so the gap is dwindling for sure. Coming back on board with the Portuguese. Yeah, the Williams driver is definitely struggling in these conditions. Mizzy is also closing in on El Nabo. Probably because El Nabo might be starting to suffer from some dirty air as he locks up his front left going into the hairpin. As we are just about to start the third sector, Vane already has a gap of more than 3 seconds to Juno. So Vane is definitely pulling away from the British driver, from the defending world champion. So let's see. Oh, it's going to be close. El Nabo goes wide. That's going to be Mizzy taking advantage of that. Unfortunately, Nabo looks like he went too deep on the brakes, locked up, lost the rear slightly, and in this corner there's not too much you can do to catch it, because you are also trying to save it on a straight line for the exit of the corner, so you are not really correcting it as much as you would on a straight line. For example, you can get a bit greedy with the correction as you are trying to take advantage of the slides to make the corner and not lose too much time. I bet you he tried to do that, but he just went wide, and outside of that curb it's just butter. The car doesn't grip to save its own life, and it's Nabo down to P6, 3 seconds away from Mizzy, and now with another 3-second time penalty for the Portuguese for corner cutting warnings. Jumping to Mizzy now is the one chasing the Williams driver of Fish Paste, who is 5 seconds behind Jinxo. So it looks like Jinxo is quicker than Fish Paste, and then Mizzy is quicker than the Williams as well. I don't know how quicker Jinxo is than 5th place though, but guess you are going to find out in the last couple of laps. Now we have Calipos closing in, is now 1.5 seconds behind the Ferrari driver. And I think these are going to be the tires that everyone is going to take until the end of the race. Hey, actually, I didn't steal anything. I just crashed out, and I'm now spectating as I do every single time I crash out. But welcome to the live stream nonetheless. Okay, we have Chibi. Yeah, he's really not having his greatest day. He's still in the points though. Even though a mistake can leave him outside of set points, as Cochino is still racing. Oh my god, that was a huge slide from the American driver. Number 15 it looks like, the McLaren on the driver. You have Maxi Junger, who has closed in on Francisco over the last couple laps. So Maxi Junger is faster than the Portuguese driver of the Williams. Let's see over the next couple of laps how the gap develops, and if we are going to have a battle for 8th place between the Toro Rosso and the Williams. In the meantime, we have Calipos, who is now starting to lose time to El Nabu. So even after his mistake, El Nabu needs to clear at least a 3-second gap to the car behind him, as he got a warning, or he got 3 warnings for corner cutting or extending the track over its planned limits. So he is now having to push a bit in order to stay in control of his 6th place. Mizzi is still not able to close the gap to Fish Paste by less than 1 second. It's just going around 1 and a tenth, 1 and 2 tenths, but it's not really going down the 1 second gap. It's obviously going to get increasingly harder for these guys to close in on each other because of dirty air, and also the fact with the dirty air it's harder to make your car stop, and with the wetness of the track it's already hard enough for these guys to make it round the circuit, let alone with a loss of downforce in the front wing caused by following a car in front of him too closely. Looks like finally Mizzi was able to drop it below the 1 second gap, but of course that is probably due to the slipstream. Maybe Fish Paste increased his front wing drag profile to help him through the corners in the rain, as he goes for a slight lockup of his front right as we enter turn 1 here in lap 19. Wet all race. Now it started dry, but then it became wet as we have Vane. Oh, I think he lost out a bit on the exit of turn 4, but he's still almost with a 5-second gap to the championship leader Juno, as we have Jinxo in P3. He did very well to stay in front of the pack after the first round of pit stops. I mean, he didn't pit then, but he waited. He started on the softs, waited for the inters to come to take advantage of that and maintain first place. So very good strategy decision from the Renault driver, but then right out of the pits he was more than likely not used to the grip levels of the wet track and made a mistake that cost him the 1st and 2nd place. He's still on the podium. He's still added for a podium paying position though, as Fish Paste is not too far behind and neither is Mizzi. El Nabu, I don't think he has been able to close in too much to the Mercedes driver, but he is pulling away from the Red Bull of Calipos. The gap is over 3 seconds, so even with this 3-second time penalty, the Portuguese driver of the Ferrari can rest assured he's still in control of his P6. Jumping back to the battle, I think we can say that for P4, Mizzi is once again let Fish Paste have the advantage over the last lap. The gap is once again over 1 second, as we see the Williams struggling to put the power down, a slight loss of rear. Good job on the Williams driver to maintain control of the car, the South African, with both wheel lockup, I think that was added into turn 1, as he has been locking up quite a lot into this turn 1 since we have pitted, but still not enough to let him just fly off the track. Jumping back to Jinxo, I think Jinxo is being caught up by Fish Paste. Yeah, he's definitely being caught up by the Williams driver. Jinxo is not at the moment able to pull away too much. We are taking this rear view from the car, from the Renault. You can see the gap keeps on dwindling as we have a 1.2 second gap now from Jinxo to Fish Paste. I don't know if Jinxo has a lower downforce setup, but it's definitely slower through these conditions than he was on the dry period. Oh, a bit of a trip to the grass there. That's not going to help him at all, as you're going to jump to Fish Paste, and yeah, the gap is already less than 1 second. He is going to try to make it past Jinxo to get a chance at a podium, but then Mizzi might take advantage of a battle between those two to overtake both of them and maybe increase the chances of a double podium finish for the Mercedes squad. Let's see how that goes. He's trying to shake Mizzi, but yeah, Back to the front we have Vane increasingly pulling away from Juno, who is in second place, 6 seconds behind now. There's also a 6-second gap between the Mercedes and the Renault of Jinxo. Then you have Fish Pace less than 1 second closer. And yeah, that's going to be exciting to see until the end. Will Fish Pace be able to close the gap? As we've seen from Mizzy and from El Nabu previously, getting within 1 second of the car ahead has been quite difficult to maintain such a gap. Mostly because of the lesser grip in the front tires due to the dirty air effect. It's already hard enough for these cars to corner in these conditions at a reasonable pace. But yeah, with the added effect, also the warm air that's coming out from the exhaust of the Renault is going to reduce the efficiency of the front tires and the brakes. So Fish Pace needs to take those into account if he wants to make it less than 1 second of a gap. As you can see, the gap increased once again, so it is very hard, it looks like, to stay within less than a second of a car in front, if not by just pure technique in these difficult conditions. Looks like Jinxo had a bit, he either lost the rear or he was just moving over to avoid giving slipstream to the Williams driver. Let's see how the gap is at the beginning of the next lap. It's for the first time dropped below 9/10 of a second. Looks like Fish Pace got a better exit. The gap is now 6/10. So looks like Jinxo struggled a bit to put the throttle down. As we have a good shot, as you can see, from our helicopter. Looks like Fish Pace is able to go much later on the brakes into turn 1, a wider mid-section of the corner. Then he swoops around, doesn't hit the apex as nicely as Jinxo, who had the car more straightened out of the second corner, and therefore is going to have a slight advantage on the rundown into turn 4. Fortunately for the Williams driver, the rundown into turn 4 isn't too big, so he doesn't lose too much time. So we're going to jump to the onboard camera of the Williams. Look at the car tries to understeer as he tries to shut the car through the high-speed corners of 5 and 6. So going now through this double apex right-hander. He's really trying to make it to the back of the Renault driver. He's losing a bit of time, as you see. I was talking about that before. It's very hard to chase a car, especially through the second sector, where you need good aerodynamic efficiency to make it through these high-speed corners. But let's see, is Jinxo going to be able to pull away just enough by each lap to still maintain control of his podium paying position? Let's find out. Let's see who gets the better exit. I think Fish Pace got the worst exit this time around, but if we have been able to observe something over the laps, is that Fish Pace is able to go deeper on the brakes than Jinxo. Is taking more risks as he approaches the Renault. The gap is now less than 5 seconds. As we have Mizzy, I think Mizzy lost the rear on the exit there, or maybe that's just the effect of the slipstream, as Jinxo, quite not very sportsman-like behavior there, going side by side to try to shake Fish Pace out of the slipstream. I don't really think that's too sportsman-like of an attitude to have, because if Fish Pace is able to get the slipstream of Jinxo, that's because he's faster. But whatever. We are going to both front wheels locking up once again in the Williams car, but he's able to still make it through the corner. Obviously a bit wider than what he intended. Let's see on the transition, the weight transfer, you need to be really smooth with it, because if you are too harsh on the weight transfer, especially with the with how slippery the track is at the moment, you are going to lose the rear, and you better be ready to counter steer quite a bit on the exit of turn 6. Let's go down for the hairpin, beginning of sector 3. Fish Pace stopped it for third gear into the onto the hairpin. I don't know how quickly or what gear Jinxo is opting to use through that same corner. So have it now down to third. Fish Paste keeps it in fourth. That's going to not give him as much power. He's not going to be able to use as much power outside of the... Well, on the exit of the corner, the car bogs down slightly, but that increases the chances of getting a cleaner exit. As you can see, he takes a tighter exit. Oh, he was too greedy on the throttle and he lost out all of his hard work to catch up, and Mizzy says thank you very much. And it is the second driver in a row who makes a mistake in front of the Mercedes, and Mizzy makes up another position to P4. So very unfortunate. Fish Paste was very close to podium paying position there, but unfortunately he just couldn't pull the trigger. He got too impatient. But jumping back to another battle we haven't been following for a while, it's Maxi Junger. He has been lapping quicker than Francisco, and now he's just within 0.4 of a second of the Portuguese driver of the Williams. Let's see the tires. We could hear them struggling for grip as he drops down to second gear, tries to hug the apex, opens up the corner, the trajectory for the sector 2, no, for the second corner, struggling a bit on the grip on the exit, doing a bit of counter steering action. He's really trying to use the most of the tires capabilities to be able to close in on Francisco. But through this second sector it's going to be quite hard unless Francisco is outright slower. And looks like he took too shallow of an entry into this turn 6. That's allowing Maxi Junger to close in very much indeed, even though he's not going to be able to capitalize due to the dirty air we were talking about earlier. But he's closer than ever to the Williams. He's going for it. Oh, it makes a double lockup, and that's not how you try to get past someone. Definitely not how you try to get past someone. But yeah, Maxi Junger with quite a heavy dive bomb, blocking up both tires. I don't think he even tried to lift off the brakes to try to make the car roll its front tires again and maybe re-grip on its front end, and it just went across the entire racing line and blocking Francisco altogether. So nothing he could have done there. Francisco is down to P9. Now let's see, Fish Paste is now with more than a second of a gap to Mizzy, and it looks like Mizzy is going to be the next one to contend for the last podium paying position. Let's see how it develops, as we only have 3 laps to go. We have number 24, and wow, how the gap has developed. I don't know if Juno and Minimis have had any mistakes, but Vane is just on a class of his own today. He's actually coming up to Colcino to lap the McLaren driver. And yeah, we have Juno in P2, 12 seconds behind, so really Vane on a class of his own. Then we have Jinxo in P3, Mizzy in P4, Fish Paste is in P5, El Nabu in P6, Calipos P7, Maxi Junger P8 after we saw that dive bomb. He might have even give Francisco front wing damage. Let's see from this shot. No, both sides of the front wing look the same to me. So I don't think Francisco has any damage as a result of that contact caused by Maxi Junger. We have GB on his debut race. He's not doing a particularly brilliant performance, but it is enough for points. I'm sure he's happy about that one. And Conchino in P11. As you can see in the distance, we have Vane closing in on the American driver, trying to lap him. Jumping back to the battle for 3rd or 4th and also 5th place. As you can see, Fish Paste is still not giving himself by defeated. Mizzy, losing the rear slightly there, was able to catch it. But yeah, it's all very close between these 3. What's next week's COR race? I don't know, to be honest. I still need to check the calendar. As Mizzy loses the rear, that could have been costly for the Finnish driver of the Mercedes. Okay, as you can see, oh, Mizzy actually is losing time to Jinxo. It's more than a second gap now. More than a second and a half. I think Fish Paste is actually faster at the moment than the Mercedes driver. Maybe the Mercedes driver is not conserving his tires as much. I don't know what's going on specifically with the Mercedes driver, but he's not having the best of times under these conditions, even though he got a better exit than Fish Paste. Hey Seb, welcome to the live stream. When will I stream Brazil in career mode? We still have to do Mexico and Brazil first. But we are not. We still have to do Mexico until Brazil. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. Don't worry, man. But yeah, looks like Fish Paste didn't have the best exit. Mizzy, I saw him going from side by side. I don't know if he lost the rear. I was checking the comments. I didn't quite notice that. But yeah, Alex Gangray, oh yeah, he's already out of the Grand Prix, was just spectating. But yeah, we have Mizzy trying to pull away from the Williams driver. So we're going to come back to the... Oh, he missed the warning there. Someone got a penalty, I think, for track extending, I'm guessing. But yeah, we couldn't catch who that was. And Jinxo in a... Oh, he's actually catching up to Juno. Wow, what happened? Did Juno spin? I think Juno had some problems. Or maybe Juno pitted again for a fresh set of inters. Maybe he was wearing out his tires too quickly. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sid. Well, have a good night, man. See you in the next live stream. But yeah, 2 laps to go. Can Jinxo come up to Juno and grab second place? Let's see how that goes. I don't think so. I think Juno is going to start pulling away. I just think Juno just made a mistake, but that's quite interesting to see Juno so close to these guys. Oh, we have Fish Paste right on the edge of Mizzy. I think Mizzy had some sort of mistake. Is he going for a maneuver? No, looks like not, as we are about to start last lap for this Grand Prix. It's going to be all or nothing for Fish Paste to at least try to get past Mizzy. I think it's all set in stone in terms of the top 3 at the moment. There he goes, having a look at the inside, but he thinks about it twice and decides to back out from it. We also add El Nabu on P6. He has recovered some of the gaps, but he still has his 3-second time penalty. I don't think anyone in front of him has the same penalization on top of their time by the end of the race, as it's going to be quite close between those guys. Let's see where Vane is. Vane is about to go into the hairpin, so a very good performance from the Haas driver. I think he got pole and just was on a class of his own today. But back... Oh, we have Mizzy! No, that's Juno, sorry. We have Juno right in front of Jinxo. Jinxo might be trying to nab up a second place finish, but let's see how that goes. As we have the Haas driver coming through the last corner, or coming on the rundown of the last corner. Qualified on pole. I don't know if he had the fastest lap or not, but certainly a very commanding performance indeed from the Haas driver, as he's going to take it after the last corner. And this is it, lads. Vane is going to cross over the line to take his first win of the season. Vane is the winner of the Malaysian Grand Prix. He takes home first place. A great job from him, as we have now Juno taking home second place right in front of Jinxo, who unfortunately he was in a very good position to take home the win altogether, but couldn't get it done. We have Mizzy in front of we have Mizzy in front of Fish Paste. I'm not sure how that's going on, but maybe sorry. Oh, looks like Mizzy got a 3-second time penalty, so that's Fish Paste in front of Mizzy, then in front of El Nabu. Then we have Calipos crossing over the line in P7. Cochino crossed the line 1 lap down in 11th place. Maxi Junger and is that a puncture? I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, that is a puncture indeed for Maxi Junger. He's trying to still battle with Francisco for 8th place, but there's not much he can do. He crosses over the line to take home 9th place. I mean, he's still getting 8th place, maybe because of penalties, but I think he's going to get a penalization for that very aggressive maneuver. And Gibby on his debut race is going to close in the top 10, grab some points, which is very nice for him. But yeah, now let's go to the podium. With the top 3 are going to celebrate some more. And yeah, let's just hopefully wait for the loading to end, and hopefully we can have the podium celebration.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be Haas picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for coming out on top in that amazing Grand Prix.
That was great performance indeed from Vane, taking the win. Juno came under pressure from Jinxo, but was just enough to hold P2. So I think this is a tie in the championship between Vane and Juno, since they just swapped places from their first race finishing places, of course. But yeah, it's Vane in the lead after Juno, then Jinxo, Fish-Paste, Mizzy, then El Nabu, Calipos, Maxi Junger, Francisco, and GB in the top 10. Then we have Colchino, Jamie, Adam, then me, Sergio Perez, I don't know who that guy was, and then the other Toro Rosso, I also don't know who that is. But yeah guys, looks like this is it for the Malaysian Grand Prix second round of the season 4 of COR. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like button. If you did not, the dislike button is as always right beside it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Hit the bell icon for any notifications of whenever I'm about to start a live stream or to post a video. Hope to see you guys next time, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.